And this is Welcome to Toll, where one of the places I used to work out of. The green trucks. So this is looks like still is the explosives part of the business. So they used to deliver munitions around Australia, picking up and delivery. And I remember when we put in this fence, it cost a fortune to put in this fence. Not too many trucks parked up. I suppose that's a good sign. Usually a lot more trucks than that. Maybe they're all out on the road. And nobody's in the office. This is just a house. There's our workshop. And yeah, it's just a 2-bedroom house, converted. So the regional manager had the main bedroom, master bedroom, kitchen, dining out the front. Kitchen's on the right hand side. Lounge room, and actually no, 3-bedroom. We had two bedrooms in the back and 3 bedrooms in the back. So 4-bedroom house, but the back bedrooms are really small. I think what happened is that they might have converted 1 bedroom into 2 at one stage. Don't know. I don't know where everybody is. The place is deserted. It's 7:30. I do know that things have shrunk severely. The contract that they had, a couple of contracts, they couldn't be broken. So they were lifelong, really good contracts. And the regional manager was basically the owner of the business. He wasn't the owner of the business, but he was treated as one of the owners. In other words, free will to do whatever he felt like. And Toll bought them out and said, nope, you have to comply with and be run by a board now, board of directors. And he didn't like that. One person ended up quitting, one senior manager quit over it. But the regional manager, he just kept on plodding along. He said, okay. I suppose there's not much else around here. He didn't like it because his spending was severely restricted. There's the old switch box. Not used anymore. It's all electronic now. And the rejuvenated railway station. This all used to be timber, I remember. It's just a small little timber thing, not that big. And they've really expanded it for the tourists. And just still cheap, galvanised iron instead of timber. The last one wasn't worth restoring. It was in really poor condition. Just timber and fibro. Wasn't worth restoring, keeping. Anyway, back to my story. Japan Post bought out Toll, and that made things even tighter. So Japan Post didn't like all this money we're spending on labour and things like that, but mostly labour. I don't know what that is. Colt's on it. Weird. Some sort of signal, maybe? Who knows? There's the pub again. And yeah, so the regional manager left. He ended up, they ended up getting rid of him. Here's the story of the train station. And so do you want to pause and read that? And a lot of other people ended up resigning. My job no longer involved coming out here. They made us put us on a Japanese Indian model, so everything was centralised. You could only answer questions over the phone. Had a certain amount of time to answer those questions. It's all done on KPIs and in 5-minute blocks. So you had to record who you spoke to and what you talked about in that 5-minute block. It was all heavily monitored. A lot of new people were brought in from overseas, from India, China, Pakistan, even Fiji. Malaysia. We had 30 odd people ending up with, and me and 2 others were Australian. Everybody else was from on visas, working visas, and when I resigned, was about 2 months later, or wasn't even that, 1 month later, they said that they're closing down the Australian operations and moving half of it to China and half of it to India. So it's all now being moved offshore. So my position kept on getting downgraded and downgraded and downgraded. My pay didn't, which was good, which I don't think they would be allowed to anyway, downgrade my pay. So I'm still being paid a lot. Well, a reasonable amount. Reasonable amount. Wouldn't say it's a lot, but reasonable amount. And they offered, they didn't offer, but they asked if I'd be interested in the supervisory role. And I said, would that involve a pay cut? And they said, yes. No thanks. They said, the reason for it is because I was getting paid more than my supervisors. I was just getting paid slightly under our manager. Why would I want a supervisory role or managerial role, do more work for the same pay or less than? Didn't make sense to me. So they put me in no man's land, really. They put me as a trainer for a little while. And then Japan Post came out, the executives came out and had a look at what everybody was doing, and then they said, no, what am I doing? They thought I was wasting my time being a trainer and a backup supervisor. So they put me back into my assigned role. Which kept me busy. Pretty busy. So it kept me busy for about 2 weeks of every month. The rest of the time I just stayed at home. So she wants to go over. Okay. Cars across the road too. So this is the Soldiers Memorial Park. And it doesn't look like it's very well kept up. They want to go to the toilet. She says, I need to go into the woman's. Well, she knows she's a girl. Oh, see you later, everybody. Have a fantastic day. I'm going to get these guys a drink before we look at heading back. We're only about half an hour away from home.